Hi, this is Bruce Molsky, and I'm thrilled to be here with you for Peghead Nation. I'm doing a special banjo course on the playing of Benjamin Wade Ward, one of the great players of Virginia. He lived in Grayson County all of his life, and near Independence. And he played a banjo style that was very distinctive and very much influence on a lot of us who try to follow in his footsteps. So we're going to cover a few of his tunes. The first one I'd like to show you is called Mississippi Sawyers, and it's a good old-time dance tune. Every fiddler that you meet around is going to play some version of this, and there were lots of different ways. People that Wade played with when he was coming up, who played Mississippi Sawyers. The version that I'm going to teach you, though, is his solo version, and where the tune that you hear for a square dance might be 32 bars, 2 A's and 2 B's of kind of equal length. Wade liked to cut a lot of his phrases short when he played these tunes solo, and you can hear lots of examples of that in a lot of the recordings that were made of him. And it's true here in Mississippi Sawyers too. The first part doesn't come in groups of 8. So here's the tune played slowly. We're going to break it down a bit at a time and use it as an exploration for a lot of different things, for timing, to some extent for tone, and also because even though these were just straight sort of square dance tunes, Wade Ward had some really beautiful little ornaments and individualistic left-hand pull-offs and rhythmic things that he did that were very cool. So we'll get a basic version of the tune and break it down, take it a phrase at a time, and then look at some of these variations and little ornaments that he did and kind of piece it together. So here's Mississippi Sawyers played at a slower tempo. Here's your A part. Repeats. I just threw a lot of those little embellishments and ornaments in there. We're going to start off a little more simple. The first and most important thing in this music, as with fiddling, as with anything that has to do with good old-time dance music, is timing. And Wade Ward was a master of that. And if you listen to some of his old recordings that were made for Folkways years ago of him and a fiddler named Glenn Smith playing together, just playing these old tunes together, you could hear how incredibly tight and in time they were together. So, and Wade Ward had some interesting things about how to create that in his own playing, which we'll cover in this first part. So first off, you want to tune your banjo in what we call double D, and here are the strings: D, A, D, E, and the thumb string is A. So once again, if you're a little tip, if you're using an electronic tuner, the banjo has so many overtones that the tuner may go slightly insane when you're trying to use it. So a good thing to do is mute some of the strings that you're not trying to tune. as you play into the tuner, and you'll have a lot of luck like that. There's your tuning. To get the D major chord, we're in the key of D here, you're going to finger the 2nd fret of the 1st string, so that when you brush across you hear that nice D major. So starting, there are lots of shapes for playing a D. There. You can even play up there. But we're going to start with this D chord shape, which is, you're going to put your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the top string, index on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So you have something that looks like this. And then we're just going to play the straight strum, the straight old-time bum ditty, and it just goes like this. So you're going to play with your index finger, top string, the 1st string, brush, thumb, and you want to get them nice and clean. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do it 3 times. Once again, 1, 2, 3, and... Now, without picking these fingers up, the next bit that completes this, the measure, is going to be to place your little finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string, and we're going to play what's called the double thumb, or a drop thumb, which means playing index, thumb, index, thumb. So 1st string, 2nd string, take your little finger away, 1st string, thumb. We're going to use this figure a lot in a lot of these tunes. So now we've got 4 measures, and we're going to put them together, and good idea to just drill them. So it's like this. And then double thumb. And play that as you do into your muscle memory. Play it until you don't have to think about it anymore. Now the way we're going to play the 2nd phrase of this tune is kind of a gift, because all we have to do is slide our 2 left fingers down 2 frets and play exactly the same thing. And remembering that this is a very stylized version of a fiddle tune that has a much more linear sort of melody. That's one of the beauty parts of playing banjo, is that you get a lot of latitude because you're trying to do a lot of different things at once. But we'll talk about that more later. So what we've got now is starting at the top, 5th fret with your 2nd finger, double thumb, slide down 2 frets, try it again, up to the 5th, That's a pretty good practice speed because it gets you at least to a place where there's a pulse. If you need to go slower, remember on these Peghead Nations, you can always, on the video, you can always go to the lower right-hand corner of your screen, click on the little gear, click on the 1X, and it'll give you a choice of a slower speed. So you can even listen to this at half speed. And it may take till tomorrow to get to the end of the phrase, but you can play even slower with it. So we've got now we're going to play, I'm going to simplify this a little so we can get a good shape of the A part. We're going to hammer on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, brush, thumb, and then open 2nd string, brush, thumb. remembering to keep your index on that second fret of the top string to get your open D chord. So it's going to go like this: hammer on, brush, thumb, second string, brush, thumb. Now the last couple of phrases are what make this a crooked, uneven tune. It drops one beat, but it's in a really interesting way. So in the last couple of phrases, we're going to play the 5th fret of the top string again, brush, 2nd fret, and finally we're going to end with a move that is a really, really handy thing to know. Wade Ward wasn't the only one to use it. You'd hear other banjo players from across the mountain like Fred Cockram used this, and even Kyle Creed, who's the guy that built this banjo. And it's just another version of the drop thumb, the double thumb, except it shifts strings. So what you're going to do is put your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, which will give you this note, and which is a C sharp, and you're going to play alternating index and thumb, 1st, 2nd, 3rd thumb string. So index, thumb, index, thumb. And practice that and get it in your muscle memory. It comes in a lot of tunes. And finally, fingering your D chord, 2nd string brush. So we have crossover, one, two, three, and so those are all the pieces and parts to the first part, the A part of Wade Ward's Mississippi Sawyers. Let's play it all together one time, maybe twice. 1, 2, 3, and